Okay, so today the stage 3 team affinities came out. So, like we always do, we gotta go over them and the whole, process. So, American League first, then National League. So in the whole process, you get an icon, which is their mascot. 5 team affinity packs, 1 ball is a habit, 5,000 subs. The player, 2,500 subs, and 5 ball is a habit. So pretty good. I think it's all worth it because these are all really good players. Besides maybe one, and that's I've never seen the Blue Jays player before, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So the Orioles, Jim Palmer, starting pitcher, amazing stamina, a lot of pitches, just the normal quirks. Good Ks per 9. Good break, no velocity. He's more of a breaking ball pitcher, even though he does have 2 fastballs. They're pretty fast. They could always be faster. No hitting. Again, you can sell these cards, which is, it's gonna make the market a little weird, but it's not the worst thing to ever happen. So you got Jim Palmer all together. I would only hope none of these cards are below a 5 out of 10. This one, it's a 6, 7, pretty good. But it's the Orioles. They don't have a ton of amazing cards. You already got a Manny Machado, and he's not a legend, so. Again, same rewards. Dwight Evans, right fielder. Good hitting, good defense. Not the best power versus righties for a 98, but still really good. Good vision. Yeah, like I said, good defense. All around, good card. 7.5 out of 10. There's no reason not to get it. Next, Don Mattingly, first baseman, good defense for a first baseman. That made no sense. Not great power, really good vision. Okay, not that great speed. Doesn't have any. He has some okay quirks. But yeah, all around 6 out of 10, 6.5 maybe, because that vision's really good. Fred McGriff, he already has a card. It's not on the Rays though. I think it's on the Orioles. Yeah, probably the Orioles. Terrible defense, but he's a first baseman. Good contact, good power, pretty good vision. All around. Below average speed, all around pretty good. His hitting's good, so we'll give it a 7 out of 10. Okay, the Blue Jays. I'm gonna be honest. I do, I like baseball. I watched a lot of baseball, but I've never heard of this guy. Terrible stamina because he's a closer. Only 3 pitches. Now, all these pitches are probably really nasty, but, I'd prefer, it's just the way I play, I'd prefer a few more, pitches. 5 pitches is perfect. Amazing Ks per 9, maximum Ks per 9, basically. Good hits per 9. Good break, good velocity, no outlier, unfortunately. I mean, I've never heard of this guy. I doubt he's ever had a card. His card looks good, but I don't know how he is. I don't think anyone has him. Oh, maybe someone has him. I'll give him a we'll give him a 6 out of 10. The White Sox. This one's pretty easy. One of their greatest players, Paul Konerko. Amazing defense. Sorry. I did not mean to say that. Terrible defense. I don't know why I said that. Good vision, good hitting. All around pretty good. 6.5 out of 10. The Indians, Jim Thome. Good contact. Amazing power versus righties. Pretty good versus lefties. Terrible vision. But again, I don't think vision in this game really matters. A lot of first basemen again. Not great defense, but I say it again. First basemen don't really need defense. Average speed. Oh, I don't know what Paul Konerko's speed is. I didn't look at that. The Tigers. Alkaline. 99. Right-handed. Right fielder. Can play a few more positions. Good contacts. Pretty good power at this point of the game. You know, for a 99, he's okay power. Good vision, good fielding, pretty good speed, all around 7. The Royals, George Brett. Where is he? There it is. Amazing contact, okay power, very good vision, very good fielding. Especially, you know, his fielding might go down to a gold if you move him to first. I don't know. Good speed, all around 7.5. Could do some better power. So if you're a power hitter, probably just like a 7. The Twins. This is my favorite card. I'm trying to get him. Harmon Killebrew. His power just makes me crack up. It just makes me laugh. Just love it. Terrible defense as a third baseman. That's okay. Well, he has an arm, and that's all that really matters for third baseman. Terrible speed. That's okay. Okay, good vision for a power hitter. All around pretty good contact. But what just makes me laugh is 121 power versus righties and maxed out power versus lefties, and he still somehow has vision. Of course he has bomber. Yeah. Amazing. 10 out of 10. Just amazing. Yeah. That's really all I can say. Okay, the Angels. I have 1%. This one, another fish, you know. Salmon, trout, they're all about the fish in LA. So good contact all around, good power all around, pretty good vision. And obviously the Harmon Killebrew somehow has better vision, even though he has 20 more power on both sides, but besides the point. Right fielder with not great defense. You could probably use a little better defense. Pretty good speed, you know. If a ball rolls to the wall, it's probably going to be a double. Yeah, all around pretty good. Say 7 out of 10. The A's Athletics. Catfish Hunter. That name is... I'm just not even gonna bother. Stamina, really good. Hits per 9, good. Ks per 9, not that great. Base on balls per 9, good. Home runs per 9, not great. No velocity at all. A lot of break. Those 2 fastballs and 3 off speeds. You know, I faced him like when the thing came out. I went into a showdown with him because I'm trying to get that Tony Gwynn. Or no. Yeah. Because West. It's like all West, Central, and East together. So if you're gonna do like a showdown for, let's say you're trying to get Tony Gwynn or whatever, you'll be against Catfish Hunter. He's really good. I just lost connection. I wasn't gonna win anyway, but yeah, this showdown's been really glitchy. I might try it like tomorrow instead of today, but yeah. Good card. I mean, could be a little better on that velocity and stuff, but all around 7. He's actually pretty nasty because his sliders are pretty fast. The Mariners, I wasn't there for the reveal. I'm not even gonna try that name. Good contact all around, pretty good power, actually really good power. Not great vision, good defense, really good defense, and a little bit of speed, all around, pretty average card. 6.5 out of 10. Sorry. The Rangers, Michael Young. You know, I thought the Rangers was gonna be a little better than this. That's okay. You know. And I only use power cards because I feel like, I think Koog said this. Props Koog's very good YouTuber. You should go check him out. He said, you know, at this point in the game, unless you just want speed and contact, if you're gonna square up a ball and it's gonna be a perfect, you have a better chance of it going if they have more power. And he has not just not a lot of power, especially given Joey Gallo's before him and Josh Jung. Yeah. Good contact, really good contact. Just not a fan of the power. Good vision, good defense all around. Some pretty good speed. Got a little bit of stealing. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of this card, but I'll probably still end up getting him. And especially given you can sell them now. It's not, you know, I don't love it. It's not what I prefer. I'd rather have like a Adrian Beltre or something. But it's not a bad card. We'll give it a 6.5. Not disappointed with it, just not the happiest. The Astros, Jeff Bagwell. There's nothing bad about this card. I mean, his defense isn't good, but first baseman. Power, good. Contact, good. Vision, good. Speed for a power hitter, good. I mean, the only thing to complain about is his defense, and that's not. It's for a 99 first baseman, that's not the greatest defense, but for a first baseman, that's good defense. So, yeah, it's Bomber. Good card, 7.5. Okay, now on to the NL.
Okay, so today I'm going to be going over the Stage 3 team affinities for the NL. Starting off with the Braves with John Smoltz with 117 stamina, 98 hits per 9, 103 Ks per 9, 88 walks per 9, 93 home runs per 9, 91 control, 86 velocity with a 99 break. He throws a 4-seam slider, splitter, changeup, curveball. I really like this card, so... Oh yeah, also these cards are sellable. You also can prestige them. But, so I think I'm going to give him a 9.5 out of 10. He would have done a dead 9 if you couldn't prestige him, but if you could prestige this card's insane. So he's going to be a 9.5 out of 10. Next, the Marlins with AJ Burnett. He's got 113 stamina, 100 hits per 9, 109 Ks per 9, 66 walks per 9, which is kind of bad if you really aren't that good at pitching, 91 home runs per 9, 77 control, and 96 velocity with 99 break. So that walks may or may not screw you over. So I think I'm going to give him a 7.5 out of 10. Because even with the prestige, it's just plus 3. And 69 walks per 9 also isn't really that great. So now the Mets with Al Leader. He's got 111 stamina, 100 hits per 9, 103 Ks per 9, 78 walks per 9, which is pretty good, I'd say. 88 home runs per 9, 84 control, 83 velocity with 96 break. He's throwing a sinker, a cutter, curveball, slider, and 4-seam. This card, I don't know. I don't really like looking at it. For some reason, I don't like it. So I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. But that's like really, you're going to have to use him to see if you like him or not. Next up, the Phillies with Mike Schmidt. Now, I really like this Mike Schmidt card, but he already has one. But it's not that hard to get. But it's one of the collection rewards, and I'm not probably going to get it. So I might try to get this one. I don't know, probably not. He's got 87 contact with 87 and 108 contact with 106 and 122 power with 81 vision and 95 fielding with a 95 arm with a secondary at first. I really like this card, so I think I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. And the Nationals with Andre Dawson. Andre Dawson already has a card in the game, but it's like an 86, so it's not that great. This one's way better. 102 and 108 contact, 84, 96 power, 101 vision, 93 fielding, and a 97 arm. If you're putting this thing on your bench, if you get this card and you put it on your bench, what are you doing? This thing has 93 fielding with a 97 arm. That I'm gonna get, only because of that fielding, I'm gonna give it a 9. The hitting stats are there. The contact's good, the power's good, the vision's great, but the defense really sets it up for a 9. That defense is insane. Next, the NL Central, starting with the Cubs, who have Kerry Wood. Okay, so he's got 109 stamina with 102 hits per 9, 122 Ks per 9. So almost maxed out. 52 walks per 9, which is not great. 78 home runs per 9, 72 control, 97 break with 97 velocity with 99 break. This card does not have outlier, but it does throw 100 on the four seam. So that walks per 9 could screw you over. So I think I'm gonna give him an 8.5 out of 10. I am a Cubs fan, and I'm not being biased, but it is really just an 8.5. If the walks were a bit high, like a lot higher, maybe it'd be a 9, but maybe even a 7.5. That walks is really going to screw you over. Now the Reds. The Reds have a really good card in Eric Davis. 84 and 95 contact with 95 and 112 power. This is kind of like a Harmon Killebrew card, except for that Harmon Killebrew's got more power and contact with better vision. But Eric Davis has got amazing defense. 90 fielding with a 92 arm and 96 speed. He's going to get to a lot of balls for you. So if you're going to try and get this card, again, don't be putting Andre Dawson and Eric Davis on your bench. Put them both out in the outfield if you have them. So Eric Davis is going to get an 8.5 out of 10. Now the Brewers with Robin Yount. He's got 107 contact with 113 contact too, and 80 and 76 power, and they gave him bomber for that, which is kind of odd, with 114 vision, with 90 fielding and an 86 arm with a secondary of left and center. If you do get this card, I say I guess just keep him in at short. I mean, that arm would go down to an 81. I mean, that's pretty good, but the fielding's at an 85, so it's still diamond, I think. But I think it's still safe to play him at short, but there's so many shortstops and so many outfielders in the game. You might even have to put him on your bench. Robin Yount gets he'll get an 8 out of 10. Now the Pirates, with maybe one of the weakest cards here, is Jason Kendall, with 118 and 115 contact, with only 67 and 76 power, with 120 vision, and with catcher with the secondaries in the outfield, with 75 fielding and a 70 arm. I mean, he does have 75 speed, but that's not really like a big thing. I think that he's gonna have to get a 6.5 out of 10. I think that might be the worst card out of all of them. Now the Cardinals with Lou Brock, right? Yeah. 125 contact against righties and 104 against lefties, with 71, 79 power, 99 vision, with 72 fielding and 75 arm, with 99 speed and 99 steal. This card's insane with the speed and then the contact. If you bunt, he's also got 85 bunts, so you could sort of bunt and he'd basically get there. Like, it's only in a situation where you should, because who bunts in this game? Let's be real. And then, so I think I'm going to give him a 7.5 out of 10, because the defense isn't great with 72 fielding and 75 arm, but the contact's there, the power is sort of there, and then the speed's there. So he gets a 7.5 out of 10. Now finally, in the NL West with the Diamondbacks with Matt Williams, 97 and 121 contact, with 88 and 109 power, with 100 vision, with 84 fielding, so it's just under a diamond at third, with 80 arm and 45 speed. It's not that bad. I might put him if I get the card, because I am working on the future stars, because I wasn't working on those at the beginning. So I might put him on the bench for lefties, because this card's really good against lefties. So I think that he's getting in 7.5. Actually, we'll give him an 8 out of 10, because he is mostly a bench bat. Now the Rockies with Dante Bichette, also known as Thick Boy, with 111 and 114 contact, with 90 and 100 power, with 103 vision. We call him Thick Boy because of his batting stance. And then the defense, 64 fielding. I'm pretty sure that's a bronze with an 80 arm. That's not great. The defense is definitely going to bring it down. So Dante Bichette, because of the fielding, is only a 7.5 out of 10, which is still pretty good. The hitting stats are there. There's so many outfielders too that he might just go on your bench. Now the Dodgers with Oral Hershiser, 118 stamina, 96 hits per 9, 91 Ks per 9, 92 walks per 9, 97 home runs per 9, 87 control, 83 velocity, and 96 break. So he's not throwing that hard. He's got a sinker, a cutter, curveball, changeup, slider. It's kind of weird to not see that fastball in there, but I mean, it's okay. Like, you would prefer to even have a two-seamer, a four-seamer, either one of those, but either way, the card is, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. If it had a fastball over maybe like it has a slider in there, but maybe over the cutter maybe, or the changeup, and you put a fastball in, maybe it'd be an 8, but he'd be a 7.5 out of 10 right now. Now the Padres with Tony Gwynn. Tony Gwynn already has a card, but this is just another Tony Gwynn card. 125 and 122 contact, and you're not going to get a lot of power out of Tony Gwynn with 65, 55 power, with maxed out vision at 125. That's kind of crazy. And then he's got great fielding, 90 with 92 arm, with 85 speed. This is another one where if you get it, maybe you could sell it, because I mean, he's going for 44,000 right now, and then if you put the sell order, like 52,000. Like, really, this game is really right now is really just power. Like, you would want 80 power out of a Tony Gwynn card to actually use him. But if you do use him, I mean, put him in the field. Like, if you got Eric Davis, Andre Dawson, and Tony Gwynn, that is an insane outfield. So, overall, I think Tony Gwynn is an 8 out of 10, because the defense really picks it up. But if he had more power, he'd be like an 8.5, maybe a 9. And then the vision, too. But, I mean, vision doesn't really matter this year. It's just about falling off and whatever. And finally, the Giants with Juan Marshall, I think it is. 125 stamina, so he's going to go deep into games. 98 hits per 9, 87 Ks per 9, 105 walks per 9, 87 home runs per 9, 96 control, 74 velocity, and 96 break. He throws a slider, a four-seam, a screwball, which is surprising, a curveball, and a changeup. See, he's not throwing hard with the 74 velocity. Like, 3 pitches are in the 70s with the screwball, the curveball, and the changeup. One's in the 90s and one's in the high 80s. Like, so that could maybe screw you over a little bit. I wouldn't think a lot. So I think I'm gonna give Mr. Juan here a 7.5 out of 10, which is, it's not bad. But I feel like if he threw a little harder, that'd be better. But either way, that's going to do it for this video. If you did enjoy, make sure you like and subscribe. Hope you all enjoy your day, and see ya.